Hello, Lamer Gamers. This is simplyTravis, and again today we are back with Bartleby, the Summoner of Bad Ideas. So today we are going to go further into the cave and possibly get to the first town. So we will see how that goes. Now, if you are just now watching, just remember that this is this is kind of new to me. I'm also playing as the bad idea version, essentially. Whoops. To where the game, basically, I guess everything I imported a save and everything was wrong from the last game, essentially. So, I'm playing as a character that is a ne'er-do-well. He just doesn't do anything right. So we are in this cave, and it looks like we have our first enemy. Now, he hasn't started battle with me yet. Oh, he has. Okay. So we're going to slow down speed. Over there on the top right, you can see my indicator on how fast battle goes. I'm honestly I'm just letting this guy sit behind his shield, and that's the plan here. So you can see I'm doing the modality to where I'm using the wall. I'm going to position myself behind the large shield, and I can't move while that's active. So we're going to hang here and wait until I can get my summoner dude to summon things. Let's unpause the game and wait. You want to see we have an invocation we can use? If their bones still slept under the hill, none can say. Let's see. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, I'm going to double check to make sure we are live on Twitch. Once again, I'm kind of new at this thing, so not much of a streamer. It's still fun, though. So let's go to twitch.tv/LamerGamersPodcast. Make sure that the show is on the road. And it does look like it is. So we're going to pause that. And if anybody hangs out in chat, I will chat with them. Alright, here goes. Okay. Oh, I forgot to summon. So let's go ahead and summon our friends. We're going to put them behind and let it roll. Speed up time a little bit. He's going to just hit me. Now, at this point, I can, I think, press this button. Everybody's going to just straight up attack him. And that was it. So, if I remember correctly, in this game, yeah, you get your health at the end. It was a little bit different on the one beforehand. So, let's see if we got anything new. We got a medium shield. That is still good to go. Got a fancy hat. Some leather armor. We're just gonna take all that. Maybe we'll get some friends in the future. We can highlight, see what things are active. We got a bat. Now, once again, I'm not sneaking. I make bad ideas. So. Here we go. And it's battle time. So, let's see. Still don't have enough phrases. Let's use the wall. And let's wait. I can attack while being in the wall.
You'd better run!
So it looks like we've gotten our phrase.
Consider it done.
Let's pop them. Did my phrase not go off?
You're mine! Slip.
Let's see what's up.
Hurry, devil.
There we go. I don't know why it wasn't activating. This bat's not going to be around very much longer, though. Here comes my friends. And we are all about to knock him out.
Not a problem.
And we got a leathery wing. Let's see what's over here. Get some coral. That's some very red, shiny blood in this game. Okay, is there anything else I can interact with? Doesn't look like it. Zoom out a little bit.
Damn
Oh, look,
pirates.
a friend.
Andra, take your scabrous souls for fish food.
Wait a second.
Well now, thought you were good as a corpse, if I'm honest. Good to see you on your feet, but watch your step. There's enough traps here to cut us both to ribbons.
We look exactly the same. Bartleby and Beadle. That's fun.
Been trying to find a way past without losing a leg or getting a face full of poison.
Oh. We're going to set off some traps prematurely with a few heavy stones. You wreak havoc upon the traps to the tune of snapping metal, teeth, and clattering darts. When the cacophony is ended, Beadle peers out from between his fingers and
Whoever
gives you a
that-
broad grin.
No, it's a good thing none of them were of the exploding variety. Eld Ingram would have gotten a kick out of that, I bet. It's just bats and stinking corpses in this cave. You find anyone else?
We've got a campfire going at the
Then
beach.
I'll head that way myself. See you on the beach, Captain.
Adios. Alright, so we made the traps not go boom, so that's a good thing. This is interactable. It just goes up.
Perfectly fine.
Apparently not. Okay, well. I thought we had set off all the traps.
Alrighty.
Okay, that might be what we should do. Oh, and more traps. Ouch! Okay, well, we can level up. So let's go to the character sheet. Okay. I guess it's not the character sheet. It is... It'll be under inventory? They don't make it very obvious, do they? Oh, yep, yes they do. It actually is just level up. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. I want some explosives in the future. So we're going to bump up our explosives. And Bartleby, what would you be into? Survival, maybe. Now, some of these things are really important to have, just to have. Survival is one, or am I thinking about athletics is one? Okay, so we are going to actually do athletics one, because that's just really important to have something under athletics. Explosives, yeah, but we don't need to know how to use the explosives yet. We just can blow things up. All but the most honest adventurers find it useful to stretch the truth. Unscrupulous denial, feigned ignorance, gross exaggeration, and bald-faced lying. So I think that would be a good one to have. let's go see what's next. So we have a whole list of things we can start doing. We're still on this first tier. Let's see if there's any passive abilities I want to get first. How do I... There we go. The X button. Or Y button. Comes soft winds of death. That restores health. And it hurts baddies. That might be helpful. Okay, let's see. Gain additional weapon set. Don't really care about that. Thrice was she wronged and thrice trustfully avenged. Drains electrostatic energy. Fun. That throws people around. But I want to summon things. So I think we'll get that later on. I really think this is going to be good to have a passive ability that will give us a little bit of health and get some extra damage. So we'll have to adjust our stuff here in a few minutes. Alright. Get rid of that screen. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit more health, it looks like. Oh, I have an injury. Okay. Yeah, so you get injuries as you die, essentially die in battle. So let's see, how can I see my current injuries? It looks like I now have Empower. I can use one per encounter. It's gonna basically make me use a lot more stuff. Okay, let's deal with our charms. Oops. Still kind of clunky in here, so let's edit my chance. So we are going to be adding Come Soft Winds of Death. Now, while we have these out, it might be a good idea to just have a healing one, just in case we need it. But right now we are going to be using the back and forth. Let's see. Might be good to change this to a spear later. Okay. Gotten stuff from there. I was going to see if I could show y'all the... I thought it'd be on character sheet. If I pull this up and I press X, will it let me... Okay, that shows some things.
Just say the word.
That is kind of one of the things that's kind of driving me crazy about this version of the game. I know I have a... I know something's wrong over there, I just can't tell what it is. Maybe if I... No, that just is that screen. Map. See if it's under the inventory screen. Doesn't look like it. Let's go ahead and see if I can upgrade any of my armor. So we have a 755. And what did we just get? Well, definitely not that. Thought we got some better armor. Okay, there we go. The breastplate. Slash and shock, crush and freeze. Alright, well, we're gonna fight. We'll have to rest at some point. Because I'm injured. There's some big baddies over here. Hey, big baddie. And we are in battle. So this is what I got, is the second wind. It allows you to heal a little bit. Okay, we're gonna wall off. And wait. 'Cause I can't move until he comes to me. So now it's just a matter of... Wish it wouldn't pause every time I come up to the screen. That's okay. We got some friends for you. That's not nice.
You'd better run!
Alright. Yeah. Very true. Now, he's got a little skull above his head. Which, by the way, he just one-shotted that skeleton. But that little skull above his head means he's a little bit tougher.
This.
Oh, now he's looking at me. We healed a little bit. Okay, so my guys are already gone. Well, they stayed longer than that, but... It's okay, I'm healing. I got my shield up and running. And I got my buds back. So these guys have 6 second. That's all I needed them for. Thanks, guys. That was awesome. All right. Nothing. Lame. Goodies over here. Medical supplies. Well, I believe I want all of them. Dozen paintings, mildewed and worthless. Line the wall amongst the bottom. Okay, and I see dead people. Nice. Got a ring of minor protection, lockpick, and some gold. Let's get this. Scroll. Nothing like using magic you don't understand. Let's see. We want to get to inventory. And let's put on this fancy ring. And am I able to rest? How do I do that in this game? It's been a while. I don't know if I can rest just yet. Okay, whatever. Is that it? Nope, we got another room over here. Scroll of Blessing and lockpicks. And my character has very low perception, so he probably won't see anything worth seeing. There's sometimes secrets that'll pop up. But due to his lack of being really giving a crap about anything, he's probably not going to see a whole bunch. Alright, let's go ahead and call up my friends. Slow down the speed a little bit. I need to wall myself off. Okay. And let's unpause the game. So, Chanty Chant. And slash slash. This is not going to last long. Adios. So this build is really kind of ridiculous. I'm just wrecking everything that comes my way. But it's because I can spawn so many baddies all at once.
Wait for me.
So I have a level 3. Let's see what this is.
Not a problem.
Got it. So we got 2 skeletons. Let's turn on our modal. And let's see how they do against 6 skeletons. Oh snap, they got guns. That's okay. That's okay. We're just gonna hang back. In fact, I'm going to change my location. Ah, but I have to redo it. Okay. Alright, that's okay. There. So this game is based like where you had to load the guns like that. And it takes a long time to get shots off. Usually, if you're using a character that has guns, you want to just get 2 of them out. We'll let them do the partying. And thanks, guys. Gotta come up with names for my skeletons. If you have any good ideas for names for skeletons, let me know.
Alrighty.
Okay, waterlogged note. Nope. Apparently I don't understand how to add things. We can get some pistols now. Those are actually going to be handy for a secondary weapon.
I'll have this open in no time.
Okay, well. I'm too dumb with mechanics. And I don't have any party members because in the last game I kind of accidentally got them killed.
Not a problem.
So, what the heck are you? Where are you going, Bartleby? Come back. Okay. All right, let's go look at our inventory and read this note. X gotta be, or Y, whatever. Still no sign of Benwith. How much longer are we gonna wait? The wet's already ruined half our take. And get your stinking construct under control. It's been hanging out by that crystal. I swear it's been giving me the eye. Good old Benwith. That's the pirate from the first episode. Okay, let's go ahead and do some changing. Let's get some guns. So we're gonna get the pistols. And if we run into a bad guy that has, this is a penetrating. It's a stabbing, essentially. I guess you would say that. And this is a slash damage. So penetration damage versus slash damage is quite a bit different. Some enemies have, pressing all sorts of buttons. Some enemies do better against different types of damage. So there's a way to see a map. The heck is my map? Not that one, and area map. That's what I want. Okay, abandoned hideout. We went all there. Underwater passage. We did not go there yet. Let's go ahead and rest. Okay, so you have to drag food over there to remove your injuries, and each one of them do different things. So you'll see ship crew stuff. That's not really used just yet, but you'll see after I'll have -1 dexterity, but I'll take less damage for a while. +1 might. Hardtack's just hardtack. We're gonna go ahead and let's use some fire kelp. And we will rest. I like the skeleton in the background. Let's see what that says. I have to do the thingy. There we go. Small forms dart swiftly beneath the core below. Eventually I'll get the hang of these controls. Hopefully they're not driving people too crazy. Alright, so let's go over here. Okay, so I think it's right here. Let's look at our area map real quick. Underwater passage. We want to get to that. Why can't I access this? There it is. I don't know why it doesn't show up. The waters here glow an eerie blue, and the cave glistens with reflected light. You can just make out an opening in the cavern wall to the northwest, where the water flows onwards. The tunnel seems to extend a short distance before turning sharply, but you cannot see where it leads. So, swim through or leave? I say we swim through. Watcher check only. I've got athletics of 1. And failure. You swim forward into the unwelcoming gloom and are immediately plunged in a confusing, watery realm of featureless stone and small darting shapes. You swim onward, determined, but soon it becomes clear that you've underestimated the length of your journey. Desperate for air, you are forced to return the way you came. So, you can see over here, it's telling me injuries. I've injured myself for sure. Let me get out of that. Bartleby was injured. Oh, poor Bartleby. Now, once again, still don't know. Wish I could see my other. Still don't know which injury I stinking have. Maybe it's under the journal. Encyclopedia, tutorials. Nope, good to know all that's under the journal. I feel like it should be under character sheet, but it's just dumb. It might be here, okay. Okay, so I have fatigue, is what it says. -5 accuracy, -10 all defenses. That's pretty nasty. -15 maximum health. So we are going to take a nap again, because Bartleby can't swim. This time, let's just get a drink. All right. Onwards, Bartleby. We've seen all that we can see. Oh, we can speed up time. Ha! There we go. That works a little bit better. Let's see. Fortitude is one of the 4 defenses. Others are deflection, reflex, and will. It opposes attacking targets, the physical resilience of the character, such as knockdown, noxious burst, and most poisons. Alright. So if we could have gone under there, we could have seen what was over here. But unfortunately, I can't swim.
Hey, fancy seeing you here. I can't see anything really, apart from you. Just endless gray. What happened?
You didn't make it, idiot. You're dead.
That's clear enough. A man doesn't just wind up in the in-between, not unless something real unfortunate happened to him. It's weird. I thought death would be different. Big light and so on. But I don't see anything at all. Just you.
Barath charged me with guiding souls to the afterlife, so I suppose you're my responsibility now.
Oh. Suppose that sounds nice enough. I'll follow you then, shall I?
If you must. So I'm slowly
boil up some
gathering
water.
souls.
God,
Have a spy at that leg of
We'll be
yours.
needing help. We got
You know
turned
anything
around
about
in
this
that
place?
storm. Hard to be sure just where we are.
So
Not much
what do we do
chance
now?
of us moving the ship on our own, but we're in charted waters. There's bound to be a town nearby.
Good news, Captain. I found some supplies must have washed ashore. Even better. I've located some spirits. The mundane kind, I mean. Nothing that requires your talents, Watcher.
Have you
Not
seen
a
any other
one.
survivors?
We've come away from this one limping, Captain. But we live to see the next battle through.
So what do
It's just the
you
lot
think
of
we
us
should do
Captain.
now?
You'd best head into town, see about supplies and repairs. Kithriv here. I ken that much. Mean course. It's surely pirate territory. They've a number of bolt holes out this way. I'd nae be surprised if that cave up north is one of them. Could be they lie in wait for us even as we speak.
Right. Adios. And with a song in my heart and a couple of random skeletons, I move forward. Let's go, Bartleby. So that's also from a expansion pack right there. And I can... So the character on the right and the one all the way on the left, you won't see in this playthrough. That's Eater and... forgot. Aloth? Yeah. They are probably dead. You might see Aloth, I'm not sure. So this is the world map. The Forgotten Sanctum has been installed. You will automatically begin the first quest of this adventure when you receive a visitor upon the high seas after... Yeah, it's a Forgotten Sanctum, Seeker Slayer Survivor, and there's another one I thought. So we've got to wander around and interact with things. Looks like there's some goodies here, but I can't reach it because I don't have a boat. This will lead to like some Dungeons and Dragons kind of situations. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the ground, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out kith milling around it. So, let's go! As you near the cart, you make out a group of red Sarin pilgrims in rough-spun linens and cottons. A single draftor stamps at the ground impatiently as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems hopelessly stuck in the mud. One of the pilgrims notices you. Her step back draws the attention of the others. A man in well-worn gambeson steps forward. The weight of a deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look to you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? We are farmers, come from Red Saris, to work the colony fields here. Now, let's kind of get an idea of what Red Saris is. Well, I guess we can't in this screen. There it is, okay. It's Darwood's neighbor to the north. It's a nation firmly rooted in the Eothasian faith. Alright, the other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams. 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Figured it must be him, Aethys, calling to us, so we came here, to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass with 3 stars on his brow, but... He sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Wheel's stuck as it gets. None of us were strong enough to lift the corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in the other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Okay, well, we're not mean. Might as well take a look. A brief inspection reveals the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that neath it. Forgot, this game has very southern accents. I should just talk in super southern accents. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sit to the side. One of the younger Dawnstars look at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? I don't want to steal it. Let's see if we can help him out. I'm tough. Success! You square yourself to the wagon's corner, squat deep, and rest the wheel from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawnstar stands in shock for a moment, but reacts in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You and the Dawnstars you've roped into your work glisten with sweat, but they laugh happily, singing songs of praise for Aethys. You square yourself to the wagon's corner, squat deep, and wrest the wheel from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawnstar stands in shock for a moment, but reacts in time to thrust a thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. You and the Dawn Stars you've roped into your work glisten with sweat, but they laugh happily, singing songs of praise for Aethys. 2 hours pass. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hand. We appreciate your help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare their wagons as you take your leave. So I got 15 silver finning. Silver finning is worth 6. Nice. So that's pretty good. The old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveler. Whether you came for Aethys or not, we know in our hearts that he has came for us. That's a nice little story. Let's see, do we follow the birds? Nah, let's go to this shiny stuff up here. Okay, so we could go to the bad over at Balwaro Woods, but we want to get to town. Let's go to Port Mage. But first, let's see if there's any goodies down this way. There's a bridge. There's a burial site. Awana tribes traditionally heap their dead onto pyres or give their bodies to the deep sea, but mounds like these suggest that the Rangas of honor, wealth, and distinction were buried nearby. While wandering the Deadfire countryside, you stumble upon a site used frequently for ritual cremations. Beside the flat expanse of earth where a pyre might have been sits a small crypt full of beautiful baskets containing created remains. Let's look. While wandering the Deadfire countryside, you stumble upon a site. Oh, I just read that. Search location. Take some time to search the burial site, and you find a wardstone nestled among the offerings. These come in handy later. Immunity to the sigil of atrophy. Let's keep looking. We're going to waste some time. Didn't find anything useful, nothing of value. Rummage through, and there's nothing but the dead. Alright, so we got something at least. What's in our known locations? So those are places we'll be able to go to easily with our boats. Because this world is pretty vast. So, I guess I ought to get back to there we go. I'm ready to get some people to help me in this battles. Granted, the summoning has made it very easy. I've been actually pretty surprised how easy it's been so far. Let's see. And so, yeah, one of the big complaints is loading. Loading. Alright, Port Mage Harbor, Deep Spring, Fawn Prima, 2828. Oh, okay, so I can move now.
What if the giant comes this way?
Please, everyone stay calm.
The man at the center of attention appears to be fielding inquiries from both the gaggle of townsfolk gathered around the platform and a rather severe-looking Amawa woman standing just beside him.
Please, everyone remain calm. I assure you I will do everything in my power to get you the answers you need. Our friends among the Huana
have offered you hospitality and safety from the storms.
Yes. I think we are all keenly aware of the debt of gratitude we owe to the...
I have personally seen to the safety of your homes. Now you will do the same for our families.
What about our families?
What about the ships? How are we supposed to feed ourselves?
If everyone would...
It's one of the pirates.
At this alarm cry, the whole of the crowd turns to regard you. A startled, expectant hush falls upon the gathering throng. Sorry, I was making sure things were sent over here. All right. And if I am,
Everyone stay calm. I think it's clear our guest is nothing of the sort. Two of my guards reported a ship flying deer wooden colors, fallen prey to a private vessel. That would be your ship, I assume.
the crowd quiets somewhat at that, though you still find yourself
That
the
would
target
make him
of a few
lucky.
glares.
Your own vessels do not usually fare so well.
The woman regards you with a
Quiet.
bland curiosity. If I was all that lucky, I wouldn't have crashed here.
Perhaps not, but I suspect some good can come of this. Per complanca, everyone, forgive me. I believe this matter requires my attention. You have my word that I will keep you apprised of any changes. Especially you, Mr. Ikawa.
Do not flatter me with Valian titles. You are distracted with your newcomer and wish me gone. But I will not go far, Governor Clario.
Giralde. As for you, stranger, let us speak at my estate. We'll discuss your predicament.
Alright, so we have someone to meet real quick. Let's go to this side.
Accept
All
the
right.
light, and you shall be redeemed.
A woman shouts, arms raised high. In each hand, she grips a golden candle. The flames gutter widely as she gestures to the crowd before her. Sorry guys, trying to mute this on my phone. There we go. The missionary holds a candle to drip wax in the shape of 3 stars on the forehead of each kneeling worshiper. One of them stumbles back, swiping the hot wax from his skin.
I did not sign up to be burned.
So let's see what that means. Oh, not good. He's cussing, man. He's unhappy. Madikyo is brave or defiant. Okay. Excuse me, I'm looking for the
Come,
governor.
stranger. Join the baptism and we'll gladly guide you. Aethys has returned at last, but it's not too late to redeem ourselves.
As surely as my fingers are webbed, I tell you, gone, never left.
Despite her contrary words, the Huana woman shrugs, accepting the
Sakes
golden
alive,
wax.
Wanglis. Ain't we got more pressing matters to attend to than a baptism?
Arms crossed over her chest, a shorter, duskier woman watches the ritual with an ornery sort of expression. Her delicate chin
We just
jutted
missed
up.
one of the biggest reapings of all time. What about the souls that need us?
As she steps forward, she reaches for a peculiar-looking lantern strapped to her
Do not push
hip.
me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Rather than discouraging the other Dawnstar, the accusation seems to kindle a stubbornness inside her. Shoulders set,
I'll light 'em
grins.
all at once.
Metal clanking, she sways an eerily lit lantern in an intricate pattern before her. The priestess bites her lips, swinging harder and faster. Lithe arms hurtling the weapon with a deceptively hidden strength, until she thrusts it hard out toward the crowd, splattering everyone with. That's one way to do it.
Yes. I call that the...
Grinning, she turns to get a look at you, and
Are
promptly
you by any
chokes.
chance looking to help the people I saw die in my dreams?
She ducks her head, cheeks
I'm
flushing
guessing
prettily.
you're not here for the baptism.
You dreamed people
Sure
died?
did. I get those kind of dreams sometimes. The ones that turn out true. Nightmares, more like. Terrors that come true.
She rubs a palm over the back of her
Since I
neck.
was a little girl on the farm. Guess Gone was speaking to me even then.
Some of our brethren suffer from these visions more than others, while some of us, favorably, have none at all.
It ain't a curse. It's a blessing. A mark of the divine.
Well, you see, I'm looking for an Audra statue, yay high, inhabited by
I knew it.
Aethys. She clenches her grip on the sickle in her
Gone's
right
been
hand.
calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you win, I could help you. Swear on my soul.
Who's gone?
Gone's a smidge of darkness in the light. He was the part of Aethys who divined the dignity of dying and the return journey to life.
So, why do you want to go inland?
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Xoti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wingleth, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gone bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours?
Well, I'm a watcher.
So you can see souls? That's a handy talent to have. I know my harvesting would benefit from it. And here you are, following my God. Watcher, will you take me with you?
A fine proposition. I'd enjoy the company of a priestess.
I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
She beams brightly.
You won't regret this.
A tad too eagerly, she saunters close
Please
beside
take
you.
care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
The older priestess sighs,
So don't
shaking
tell
her
her.
head.
What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Grinning, Xoti waves her brethren a curt parting. Alright, so we have Xoti. We can either do a priest, a monk, or a contemplative, which is a priest-monk combo. I'm going to go with her as a priest because I kind of want this group of ne'er-do-wells to have somebody to look to. And priest really fits her. You'll see why later. So now I have two. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. Let's look at our character sheets. And so I can see her on here. I might see what her inventory looks like. See if I can give her anything. Now she has a special sickle. In this game you get specialty weapons and you can upgrade them as you go through. We're going to go ahead and give her a crossbow. Let's see if there's any better ones. I think it's about the same, 16, 29, 21. Yeah. So we'll take that. That's just in case. Let's give her a scroll of blessing. We'll put that on her person. And she also has special armor. I don't think that gets upgraded though with her. Let's see. It's a right stick. Push in. Nope. It's not really what I wanted. How do I... X. Things are just hidden in places. She's already got a cool hat. So. I do need to... Oops. Probably have this just in case. Alright, well, I think we are set. I didn't really have anything for her. Now, I should probably mess with my formation. Let's see what I definitely want her in the back. I've made her tanky in the game before. 'Cause I think her
Need a hand?
shield thing
What can I do you
counts.
for?
Oh, how do I get them both to move? Okay. Alright, let's go randomly talk to people.
May Aethys' light shine upon you.
So we can
What
buy some
marvelous
things.
carvings!
Oh, yes. This one is many
Thought we could buy
centuries
some
old.
things.
Blessed by Xoti herself.
Magnificent!
Here you find civilization, amigo. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive. That is, unless you prepare yourself. A wise and prudent decision.
Okay, let's see if there's anything that will help us and anything we want to sell. Because I want to kind of hold on to some things right now. But I mean, do I need 4 shields? Probably not. Is this where it goes? Let's see. Oh, nope. Okay, I gotta bring them here. Okay, I really need to look up a list of stuff that you can easily, that you should be able to sell without having to worry too much. Just kind of holding on to some things for the time being. Let's see. Curious what that's like compared to my current shield. I don't see anything really that I want just yet. Potions are always helpful, but we've been doing pretty good so far. There's the good stuff. Okay, Essence Interrupter, Shattered Vengeance. I've used that one with a character quite a bit in the past. Physicker's Belt, more healing. Don't really have enough money for any of that though, so we will come back later. Cancel trade. Nope, that button. Okay. Alright. Okay, so we need to go. I don't remember if it said where we were supposed to go exactly, but I think this is the mansion. Should be some stuff we can take real quick.
What can I do?
They don't
Sure
really
thing.
care if you take some of that stuff. No,
Happy
what
to
the
oblige.
world?
Already on it.
Oh.
Need a hand?
Don't know if that's gonna.
What can I do you for? Happy to oblige.
I want to move both. Okay. Looks like you gotta hold both and then move. Kind of a weird little selection screen in there. Alright, time to go talk to the head honcho. Now, 0% load, huh? There we go. I was getting a little bit worried there, going in a building. Oh, and you can pretty much
Not a problem.
go into rooms close the door, and then they won't really do anything to you. Not really planning on stealing stuff this game, but it is something you can do.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valiant Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port March.
He spreads his hand in a subdued
I'd like to say the pleasure's
flourish.
all mine, but I try not to lie. Don't worry, I'm only here on account of him.
She bobs her
Of
head in your
course.
direction.
I see you've been as quick to involve yourself as ever.
Clario's tone is polite, but there is a strained edge to his wide smile as he turns from Xoti to address
Apologies
you.
for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events. We are all a little on edge.
Let's see. That's alright, never fit in much where I came from.
Interesting. Is that why you came? This may be a Valiant Trading Company outpost, but I welcome settlers willing to work.
I'm tracking down Aethys for the goddess Barath, because I don't care. The governor regards you silently for a few moments. The silence stretches on and on, until it has grown uncomfortably long. You find your mind wandering, and Clario sighs and
Now,
clears his throat.
to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor. All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in turn.
I'm the Lord of Cadnua. Couldn't I owe you a favor?
Cadnua? A dear wooden castle, is it? An interesting proposal, to be sure, but I'm afraid the matter at hand is rather urgent. I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them. There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. In point of fact, it's the very reason any of us are here. You're familiar with the luminous Adra trade?
I know the luminous Audra is native to the Deadfire.
It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing.
So, how valuable are you talking?
Valuable enough to make sailing across the world seem like a sound investment. We, and I hope you understand that these matters require some discretion, have one such outpost on the other side of the island. A successful venture. Up until very recently, we sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise.
So, animancy is kind of like a scientific magic in this game. The science of soul manipulation. So, you'll hear that quite a bit.
A storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that a giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site. What am I to make of that? We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants, or the workers. I must know what has happened. If Odorisi, if his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk. Which is where you come in. You need a ship, I need information. See to this for me, and I'll set half the town to work. We'll patch up your ship, and you'll be free to go on your way.
Aethys is out there stomping across this island, and you're worried about some research? Xoti lifts her chin in interest.
Well, if Aothis happens to strike down the council, perhaps then I will have time to spare for him.
Clario lets out a sharp breath, evidently flustered by his own outburst.
Please do not repeat that. We each have our debts. Whatever you believe is going on, you can see it for yourself. That is precisely what I want.
Fine, if it gets me off this island.
Then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship. You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map here.
You'll do it for the Watcher, but not for me? I see how it is.
With a discontented sound, she crosses her arms over her chest.
Why wouldn't I want a pack of Dawn Stars crawling over my Adra mine in search of their lost deity?
Clario darts a quick, sour look in
One more
Xoti's
thing.
direction.
If you should recover Odoris's notes, know that they would be of great value to me.
Alright, so we have to go to the Engwithian dig site. Now, I need some more people. I only have 2. This really isn't enough to do one of the fights that are going to be coming up that are in this town. So it'd be nice if Aloth was around. I might have to hire some people at one of the taverns. We'll see. And this will be my first time to do combat on the Xbox with 2 people. I really, really wish this game had mouse and keyboard. Because this is one of those games where I think I would prefer it. I do like the movement better on this. But in general...
Begging your pardon for the mess, sir. We are still recovering from the storm. We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps?
Let me see what you have. Alright, so... So, in this game, grimoires are, you can basically switch out different spells and stuff. Antidote, immunity to poison attacks. We don't need those things. I think I can just... Did I get in trouble for this?
Fresh
Yeah, I don't get in
fish!
trouble for that. Take out your fish.
Race you to the coral. No contest. What? Just because you have webbed fingers and I can't swim? You are a strange man.
Let's see. Storms here, nothing compared to home. Know that feeling. See, there's a bar down here, it looks like.
These Dawn Stars
Nobody ever
drive me
says
mad.
anything
Every morning, the same
about stealing
hymns.
stuff.
I wish they'd stayed in Red Ceres.
Got me some grog. So if you don't know about grog, grog was a used for ships as a had a little bit of alcohol in it to keep the water from going bad, because generally water goes sour really quick. So they would usually use a little bit of alcohol mixed in with the water to keep it from going sour, essentially. And that's kind of where grog is from. It wasn't very tasty, mind you. Alright, so this is the Kraken's Eye, I believe? That guy's real talkative. Let's see. I want it. Okay, I guess I gotta use this button.
Sorry,
there we
we
go.
haven't any rooms for you.
The rather large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling
Guessing you're the
grimly.
one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
He slides a murky pint of ale across the counter towards you. Thanks. What's this about
Let's fill
rooms?
You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea.
He pauses, fixing you with a considering eye.
Tell you what, I've got one room ought to have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
He slides the key across the counter towards you. So, you want him dead?
What? No! I said chase him off, not kill my patrons. Now I'm not so sure about asking you, honestly.
Well, what if he won't leave willingly?
He's a prat, but he's not so tough. Smack him around if it comes down to it. But I figure a few sharp words ought to do the trick.
I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
With a final nod, he turns away. Alright, so we gotta go visit our friends upstairs.
Sure. A weather mage is a useful person to have on a crew.
But to tame a storm? That one woman frightens me.
Curious to see how long this takes to load for each floor of the game. Again, this is one of the complaints people had, was the loading times in between places was often a little ridiculous. Let's see. Alright, so we got some people hanging out here that are just commoners.
Inhale. It isn't complicated.
Alright, let's go visit. Wait.
Maybe I was wrong.
I think I got the wrong room. Let's interact. Whoops. Sorry. We'll just close that door. Alright.
A new face. You've heard, of course, that Norgund remains the most reliable and discreet supplier of mostly legitimate wares.
Oh, does he now?
Are you looking for something in particular?
Why, yeah, show me what you have for sale. Ooh. It's got lockpicks, spices, scorching venom, and bombs. Not really in the buying mood just yet. Alright, let's see if this is our room.
Remember ordering more drinks?
Ah, well. Let's see. We're going to stand back here and talk.
Thought I'd locked that thing.
The glassy-eyed gentleman before you bears the miserable expression of the recently sober. He also smells like he's been pickling in a cask for a few days.
The way doors work, right? And I realize this is complicated, is that you close them and then uninvited people stay on the other side. Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces.
This place is a mess.
Things were real comfortable up until you turned up.
He nudges an empty bottle with a boot.
Did Thorol put you up to this? You really want to get your teeth kicked in on his behalf? Get out of here before you regret it.
Yeah, Thorol said I could get rough if I had to.
This has been real fun, but I think I've had enough of you now.
He straightens up, wobbling slightly on his feet, and brings up his fists. Beside him, a stocky Amal woman does a much less showy job of settling into a ready stance. Alright guys, it is fight time. Oh, perfect. Let's just have our characters need to level up. Can we level up? Okay, perfect. Alright, before we get into the fight, let's figure this out. So I have new things. You'll notice over here, the stats have party assists too. Alright, so I wanted explosives. That needs to happen. And we are gonna be pretty dumb on most things. Still think bluff is gonna to be fun for this character. Alright, we got level 2s. Who wants to summon a dragon? That sounds like fun. Or we can do white worms writhe in the bellies of the dead. So you can cause nearby enemies to explode after they're dead. That's always delightful. As the sound of his voice, the killers froze stiff. So those are more magic-y things. Let's see what we got over here. Two-handed style. That's not really what we want. One-handed style, so some of the hits are converted to crits. Two-weapon style. We're not dual-wielding. Weapon and shield style. So an equal bonus to the character's reflex. 1 stood against the power of the saint. Against resistant. So we're already resistant against constitution. Let's see. Thick grew their tongues, stumbling over words. Removes concentration from enemies in the area effect. That's a good one, actually. +6 shield deflection. Ooh. Okay, so my character right now is behind a shield. I want dragons, but I think I'm going to get that the next level. Because this is probably going to be... Oh, I get dragons and shields, guys. This makes me happy. Okay. Ooh, that's going to be fun. Gurnisk slew the beast, but soon faced its kin.
Well, folks.
Yes. Ah, we can't level her up. Can I level her up? I want to level her up. Nope. Alright, well, we got one. Alrighty, so... Alright, so she has some interesting things. She has Blessed Harvest. So if the enemy is bloodied or near death, they'll get a lot more damage, and they'll be harvested. She essentially harvests souls and puts them in her lamp, you know, as one does. She has Restore. Let's go ahead. I'm going to message somebody. Before we get this battle going... forgot I was going to... Let's see... Alright, so we have Restore, so that one's good. Interdiction, so it dazes anybody in the area of effect. And she has a Holy Radiance. So it's basically a field. It also does burn damage and applies Shaken to any, like, ghosts, essentially. Her modalities, she can block. Now, each of these have kind of like a positive and negative. So this will interfere with your enemy's abilities to focus their aim, but at the cost of damage. This one better intercepts melee weapons and counter, but lowers recovery time, so she can't do her spells as well. So I think we are going to pop these guys, and I don't know if those other two are going to fight. We're going to aim it about right here, and then I need the wall, and I still don't remember. This must be every time you rest. And we're just going to attack. And I normally run kind of slow because I want to check. See how fast he's chanting over there? That seems faster than normal. This is not going to go well for you guys. Okay, so I have it to where it pauses every time an enemy or a character finishes something. So Xoti has staggered them. And I think I'm just going to have her hop up and start punching people, essentially. So let's get her to move that way. Because this is probably not going to last long. My character's getting whooped up on, though. So as long as they don't interrupt him too much, this should go okay. I forgot. I probably need to change Xoti to attack only. I don't like it where they do everything themselves. Come on, come on, come on. Speed things up. There, my friends! And I don't think I can... Oh, I can be them individually. So I could set which ones I want. Wonder if I can... I can't select multiple. So I could set all them to attack. Really probably don't need to. It's not going to take long. Maru! Garlean takes a half step towards his companion, his expression anguished.
Look, we're done. All right?
He drops his weapon, presenting his empty
week
palms.
for all of us. The truth is, I've been seeing something like 3 of you for a while now, okay? It's all very fuzzy.
Just get out of
Come on,
here.
You lot. We're leaving.
He stumbles past you and raises an arm to motion his compatriots on. Alright, well, that went well.
Need a hand?
Let's go ahead and get Xoti leveled up before I forget. Alright, so we are... So I've actually got to think about what I want to do with her. So she is going to be doing a lot of magic stuff. I really don't use a lot of things like this in alchemy. See, I think we're just going to go with an Arcana. She really wouldn't do a lot of metaphysical things. Let's get somebody that can open something. We'll do mechanic skill. And she is definitely religion. However, I'm going to put her a bump up on history. And let's see what we can get with her. So she's level 2 now. So withdrawal is actually pretty good. Occasionally it will make people just disappear for a bit. Then we have Holy Meditation. Resolute's pretty good. Repulsing Seal. Prayer for the Body. Fit Inspiration. I really don't have anybody yet that I want to use that on. Returning Health to Allies. I really want her as a healer. Empowering Your Faith. Pillar of Faith is just fun. Two-handed, one-handed. We'll probably do shield style, because that's going to be helpful. We have a decent enough healing thing, but this will actually hurt them too. Oh, I guess it automatically throws in withdrawal. Super helpful. Alright, let's take it off of that, and let's look around. You know, since we won fair and square, we might as well, you know, take a couple things. Scroll of Thrust and Battered Veils. I'm hearing wind. Yeah, we would probably die. Okay, so let's go visit the innkeep and let him know of our good deeds. We've run off the vagabonds, the ne'er-do-wells, those who decided not to leave the room. So, glad to see that. Still miss Eater.
Maybe we cut them loose.
He was
We're not
uncharacteristic.
leaving anytime soon.
I gotta use this thingy.
Still
Correct.
kicking, eh? What'll it be?
I cleared out that
good
room
work.
for you.
Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it, and for a job well done, here's your pay.
He sets a damp leather coin pouch on the counter. You've gained 1,200 copper. All right. All right, all right, all right. Is there anybody worth talking to? Not particularly. Yeah, probably shouldn't be back behind the bar. Do I get in trouble if I take what's in this pot? Yes. Okay. Still not quite sure why there's so much wind. But let's go! So I'll probably play for another 30 minutes or so. And then move on down the line. That's nice people are sharing these things. If you're in the room, thanks for watching. Feel free to make any comments or make any suggestions on what I should say. Keep in mind, this is Bartleby. Gives you a little closer look. He is the summoner of bad decisions, so this whole playthrough will be bad ideas and seeing if we can survive said bad
It's
ideas.
not
We've
right.
already died
I
once.
came here on the first ship.
So
why does an islander get paid the same as I?
They're
Anybody I
bigger
wanna
than
talk
you, and they haul cargo without
You watch over her,
whining
you
about
hear?
it.
That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hand.
For God's sake, I don't need Nanny and Wanglith. I've reaped more with my 2 hands than you'll dream in a life.
And you've pride in that.
Head shaking, she
Do you
turns to
see
you.
why she's guarding? You must shield her light. Do not let her lose or her life. Do you seek a blessing from the light?
I would like a blessing. Yes, ma'am, I would. The priestess' entire expression brightens, lit by a holy righteousness.
You chose wisely. Endurance is to perfection. Your palm will
Give her
strengthen
your
your
hand.
spirit through tribulation.
The woman snatches you for your wrists with a strength. Her fingers are cold, unrelenting, and tight. But the candle flame that she gives to your skin is white hot, instantly
This flame
singeing.
lacks the flicker of guidance, but it will purify both flesh and soul. Let the pain absolve your sins.
You hold your hand over the flame. An acrid smell assaults your nose as smoke comes up from your skin. The constant jabbing, the flames needling at your nerves until your fingers begin to shake
And
uncontrollably.
now for the benediction. What I speak, you repeat after me. Godly Redeemer and bringer of light,
dogs.
who shepherds his flock through the labyrinth of hell. Though you currently rest in peace, we remain devoted until the time of your revival. We believe in your coming rebirth, in the restoration of your holy greatness. And we now beseech you.
Keep holding your hand over the flame. The fire continues to eat through flesh and muscle, digging into the bone.
To banish the shadows of the unfaithful and wash away the sins of our past.
I'm supposed to remember all.
Slower this time, if you like.
Please do.
Godly Redeemer and bringer of light in your coming rebirth. To banish the shadows of the unfaithful and wash away the sins of our past.
Godly Redeemer and bringer of light. Without so much as a movement from either of you, the flame suddenly snuffs out. Wanglith nods and rubs a glob of wax into the wound.
The light accepted you for its host. Go and be well. Walk within the light, and you shall not falter.
With a flick of her finger, she splatters you with the golden wax.
It's not right.
You have to do something. Any of us could be next.
Oh? I cannot imagine who might wish to harm you.
Remember Rinko's home.
Don't tell me you're here to complain too.
The guardsman covers his face with his hand, groaning.
Virus. Are they recruiting right off the docks? You would think the Juana were storming the Kraken's Eye as we speak.
Actually, I would like to complain. You are being very rude, sir.
I will be ruder still. If you have no business with Rinko, move along.
I was hoping you might be able to help
else,
me, actually.
Speak with Commander Savia at the jail, if you want a sense of how matters stand. A fight,
So what's
Mestre.
going on?
One of the Juana women attacked a merchant. He has come out the worse for it. Now every nationale in town wets himself in terror of losing his coin to the Aumaua. We would bring in the thief, but Clario would not have us march into the village and defend Ikawa much longer, and I do not think any of us will have a choice in the matter. If you wanted the details of it, speak to Rinko himself. He will delight in telling you the tale.
Dharma makes a sharp, frustrated hand gesture and turns away. Let's go visit Rinko. Don't really know what it is. Yeah, not really sure, to be honest. Loading, loading, loading. Okay, how did I miss this? Man, there's all sorts of stuff you can take.
Mama brings me stuff from
What up,
our
Tori?
work sometimes. Real old stuff.
Do I get in trouble if I look at some of these? Ancient tablet. I'll have to see if I have to ask if people want me to read these things. Some other time, because there's a lot of good stuff in here. So if you want to read it, I'll just kind of scroll and stop, and you can pause the show in the future. I think that would be a good
Already on it.
mixture. Good way to do that.
There.
Tori,
She's sick.
is that you? Wait, who are you?
The figure in the bed is a young Valian man. The first thing you notice that he seems to have been severely beaten. One eye is nearly swollen shut, and where his skin is revealed is a patchwork of livid bruises. He groans and winces as he props himself up, glaring up at you with one
You
good
look
eye.
like you already got a foot in the grave.
She thumbs the cage of her lantern thoughtfully.
Come to laugh? Madiko. This would not have stood in Ozia.
In Ozia, there'd be a crowd here to taunt you. He yanks at his bedsheet, trying to cover himself. Xoti lifts her chin in its interest. Rinko barks a short laugh, then
Maybe you
immediately
are right.
winces.
So you are visiting. What do you want?
So what happened to you?
Iswana. They are an unreasonable people. I was enjoying a night of cards when one of them attacked me, out of nowhere. I had not spoken a word to her. The mad devil. Look what she did to me. My ear.
He turns his head, and you see that there's a scabbed over notch where a chunk of flesh has been torn away from his
When the
left ear.
fighting is over, she takes my coin purse and strides away. Bold as anything.
So you lost a bar fight. No need to whine about it.
Surely. This woman attacks me without provocation and suffers no consequence? The governor lets the Juana do as they please, and this is the result. I should be out there, helping to find our people. My wife, Zenetta, she She is out there, and I...
He gestures feebly with an
Listen,
arm
I am
grimacing.
without other means. She took my coin purse, my wages. How am I to pay the governor? How am I to feed my son?
His already bruised, purpled face
That woman
reddens
should
further.
be in the stocks. The guards do nothing. But you've heard me out at least. Do me the kindness of retrieving that coin purse, and I will give you what I can spare.
I'm
They
always
call
good
her
for a good
Mokea.
fight.
I imagine she is back in her village, feeling proud of herself, no doubt. Follow the road as it bends north. Then west. You can't miss it. A pile of sticks and straw.
With that, he sags back against the mattress, clearly exhausted. Okay, so that's stealing. Books, not so much. I feel like this is stealing. But no one's watching. Alright. Come on, it's an RPG. You just do this. So.
Real quiet now.
Oh, accidentally. Sneaking's not working. I'm being watched. Alright, so we are... I'm going to be doing this for just a little bit longer. And then probably get off before we... I don't know, I might go ahead and do the fight in the water. Just a bit. We'll see. I need to go talk to the jail lady. Let's see. Let's go look at the map. We want to go to jail. Let's speed things up. Up to, up to, up to, up to. I got a little bit more money, so I can get some goodies later. Is this...
Already on it.
Up the thing, but apparently you can't. I guess it's not the jail. Oh, it is the jail. It's just... This game's made for mouse and keyboard, and sometimes it doesn't quite click where it needs to. By the way, guys, if y'all are watching, thanks for checking this out. I am simplyTravis from the Lamer Gamers podcast, and this is my favorite game. And decided to make this and just kind of have a good time with it. I talk too much about this on the podcast,
Yes.
so I figured
What
I'd
does
let
it have
people
to do
know what
for
it
you?
is. The watch commander looks up at you after her listless greeting, and you notice that she has a dark bruise around one eye. She grimaces but does not turn away. I don't see
We are
many guards
stretched thin.
around.
The storm speaker did much to help, but much of the town has flooded. Now we are awash in homeless citizens and stranded merchants, to say nothing of the cultists out there.
Savia glances up at Xoti, expression
Now I
flat,
have Ilari's
silent.
people making trouble up on Gorechi Street. His little gang is looting everything they can get their hands on, and the Bozzo kicks up his heels like a prince.
Ooh, that's a bad turn.
Lucky for you that I'm around. I humbly offer my services. Let me out and I
Oh,
will
rum
bring you
dum
this
rugere.
Ilari's teeth.
Shut it, Ruggieri. Something you wanted?
I could go speak to this
Kue.
Ilari.
I cannot say it would not be welcome, but you are only recently arrived, and not I here by choice. Why do this?
Aethys is responsible for all this, and I've had enough of the gods upending people's lives whenever they feel like it. Irked, Xoti runs her tongue over her cheek. So that kind of ticked her off, because she is not a fan of the anti-religious...
We have suffered misfortune, it is true. But I do not think we have given the gods cause to involve themselves. It was only a storm. The rest, greed and opportunity. Gorechi Street is in the western part of town. Just walk until you hit water. We don't need a bloodbath. I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to resolve this. I'd appreciate your looking for it.
So how are
We
things
lost
here in
no one
Port
to the
Mage?
storm, but many homes have been damaged, and the people are terrified of this giant the scouts reported. It is chaos, pure and simple, but things might have been far worse.
So what happened to you?
I showed the drunken fool more patience and respect than he deserved, and he struck me without
Sientere, Savia. You know that I was aiming for Darmo's pretty face.
Adios. Let's go talk to our friend in jail. We need to use this button to talk.
Ado, stranger. Or is it captain? You have the carriage of a captain. A noble bearing all around.
The man in the cell wobbles slightly as he steps forward, fixing an eager smile and glassy gaze
Aperta,
upon
you
you.
must free me. I am a creature of the sea. I am not meant for this dark place. I will dry and wither like a landed fish.
Do you know your way around a
Do
ship?
I know ships? He asks. I know every vessel on these waters, every one. From the galleon to the... every one of them, sir. You have enemies? These fists will drive them into the waiting arms of the sea goddess.
He clenches his fist, raising them above his head for emphasis. I could use you on my crew. What do you need me
You
to
see
do?
how fate has brought us together? The ice-hearted guard, she has set my fine at 400 pyres. I have none. I flounder here until the debt is paid.
Any
A
suggestions on how
matter
to
of
get you out of
coin.
here?
400 beautiful coins. That or the key, yes? The door is the thing.
Ruggieri leans in to wrap his fingers around the bars of his cell, rattling them to no effect. He sets his forehead to the bars,
The commander,
sighing.
she guards the keys like a jealous wife. It would take steady hands to slip it from her pocket. That is, if you have need of keys at all.
He turns a finger in small circles by the lock and winks
You think
clumsily
me
at you.
idle to ask this of you and do nothing? I have scratched, sir, a little mortar from beneath the bars at the window at every chance. The stonework, it is very strong. I can do nothing by hand. With tools, perhaps. With explosives, for certain.
Did someone say
Morgul,
explosives?
In the Kraken's eye, he carries many such useful items. All for legitimate use, of course. Animancers, they love explosives.
Wow, I love explosives too. We should try that. He raises his brows and grins toothily. So, what did you do to end up
no one
in
any
there?
harm. I am at the Kraken's eye so often Thorol should pay me. I sample every bottle for quality. My loyalty has given him heirs. I would have paid what I owed in time, had I the coin.
You walked out on a tab, Ruggieri. Nothing to boast of. And then you crawled up to the governor's estate, pissed on the steps, and resisted arrest.
Merla, I do not remember that at all.
Sounds like Ozzy Osbourne.
Right on the steps? I am sorry for the last. I tell you, Savia, I cannot help my magnificent reflexes. You were being very grabby.
Farewell. Let's see if I can talk her
Keeping out
into...
of trouble. A little
Any chance you'll lower Ruggeri's fine?
Eccoci. Why should I do that? To show my appreciation for his aim? Ruggieri is a drunk and a fool. Do not trouble yourself on his behalf. Something you wanted?
I'm gonna see. I don't remember. I'm gonna go do her quest and see if she'll let me get him out a little bit cheaper. Maybe I can convince her then. Otherwise, I'm gonna blow up the place. Those are my two choices. I gotta go buy some explosives. I really don't want to be evil. It just sounds like fun. That's going to be the fun part about this character. I'm going to do some things I don't normally do. And I wonder... Let's look at our journal and see if there's a... Moeka, the drunk sailor, free him. You can... Okay. Let's go... Restore some order in Goechi Street. Then after... I'm going to do one fight, and then I'm going to go ahead and hop off. This is the overview. So you choose where you're going to... Things can happen occasionally if you do this stuff. It's going to take me a little bit of time. And we are... This city... You know, there's a big storm that happened, right? So... Hurricane happens, storm surge, and so the entire town is flooded. So you're going to see a lot of water. I've been through some floods. Rowdy and I have been through Harvey and Imelda, which are notorious 100-year floods out here. Alright, as you make your way along through the side streets of Port Mage, you come upon visible traces of the storm's passing. Many of the houses here boast cracked panes and sagging awnings, and you pass narrow streets strewn with foliage and debris. The cobblestones beneath your feet are still soaked with water and silt. Or along, you are ankle deep in sucking mud and loose stones. The flooding only worsens up ahead, where the water level rises to the knees. Most of Port Mage's residents have fled this region for dry land, but the murmur of raised voices' occasional splash suggests that you are not entirely alone. Oh look! A dead person! Let's see if we can talk to them.
Something must be wrong with my vision. No matter how much I blink, I cannot make out more than blurry lights in the darkness. You are quite blinding.
What's the last thing you remember?
I came to help one of the traders gather her belongings. Then other men came. They struck me over and over. Is that why I cannot see?
I'm sorry to tell you, but you're dead. Come with me and I'll help you out.
But this is terrible.
The spirit sighs, wispy, shoulders
Let me
slumping.
ease this one's pain, Watcher.
Dark eyes solemn, Xoti circles her lantern around the departed soul. Alright. Don't leave him! We can't have witnesses! Alrighty. So this is... Has the fight started? I don't hear the music. There we go. So, hit our thing. And... It's time for a dragon! And let's get Jody.
Happy to oblige.
She's gonna walk forward and see. Okay, that dude's got bows, so let's blind him.
Arthek Worthen Roth.
Okay, so now that he's blinded, let's go ahead and put her on attacking. He's dazed. Oh look, it's our friends! Ah! Let's pick some of our friends to take out this guy with the bow. Y'all want to see friends? Okay, so my guy can't move at this point. He's just gonna... Alright, well when you put a whole bunch of dragons to attacking, he does some good. Let's get Jody to... Oops. I got it on a dragon right now. Do I need to set them to attack? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is gonna get some healing going.
Mow it.
And my dude's
Ready
still
when
just
you
kind
are.
of sitting there. And done. Man, these summons make things way easier.
Not a problem.
Lots of goodies. Got daggers, got a hood, some armor. Let's just take it all. Got a bow and arrow. A robe. See if there's anything. I don't think there's anything up here. Let's save, because there is a pretty good fight coming up. I guess we'll see if we can take them. That went way quicker than I anticipated, so I might have to bump up the difficulty. Let's speed up things.
Nothing but endless grey mist. This is not the afterlife I was promised.
Turns out there's a lot about that they don't tell you.
You seem to know where you are going.
The soul crosses ethereal arms
Watcher,
over her chest.
you're talking to a lost soul, aren't you? I'll just shine them the light real quick.
The lantern rattles as Xoti swings it overzealously between you, siphoning in the spirit's essence.
Not a problem.
Either the former inhabitants or looters have taken some of the home's contents. A few scraps of detritus float along upon the dark waters. Oh, there's our friends! Hi, friends! Oh, that's Alari.
Careful.
What up, Alari?
One bad step out here and you drown, amigo.
He's a dwarf too, so he's gonna talk to me a little bit different. Oh, he's making fun of me because I'm short. Jerk. Savia sent me. Oh, here we go. The young elf's hand drops to the pistol in his belt, palming the grip. The faintest hint of a sneer plays about his lips as he watches you, unblinking. Savia sent me. She needs you in particular, to put a stop to this looting. Alari snorts, his nose wrinkling. He regards you for a moment longer in expectant silence. Then he throws his head back, letting out a braying, unpleasant laugh.
Merla, she must be desperate. Not so desperate as to come here on her knees to beg for herself, but she sent you. No, there's my answer. I get my cut. There's no sense in ruining a good thing.
Well, I'll show you a cut.
Merla!
Alari brings up his pistol, lips curling back into a grimacing snarl. Alright, it's go time. So, she wants to talk to me. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to put her... Oh, no, we need our... I really want these dudes because they can shoot. Let's throw them here. We are about to load up things at this point. And let's get her. And what level 2 stuff we got? Healing. We're gonna daze them. These two guys are gonna be all up on us in just a second anyway. Alright. There we go, I can zoom in a little bit. And hopefully... Alright, so finished her spell. We are definitely going to need healing. So I'm going to do a restore. Now we're going to go ahead and do this Holy Radiance. Ugh. We're basically not doing anything at the moment. There's my friends! I'm just gonna let them have a good old
Yeah.
time and, you know, just do some dragon stuff. As dragons are wont to do.
Great.
So we are going to attack. Let's do this next to me. Die. Probably would not be a bad idea to change my song right now to on healing. It's in cooldown. I can't do it yet. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. I think I got enough dragons to keep this going. Xoti's finished her move. Yep, I know. Let's go ahead and we can reap this dude. Speed things up. Oh man, she got him. And they got them. Alrighty. Well, that went well. Alright, so anything worth getting? Ooh, a cape of deflection. Alright, let's see. I need to talk to Xoti. How
What can I do you for?
Yeah?
do I talk to her specifically?
What can I do you for?
Is it over here?
Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around. With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand.
How are you feeling? Have you suffered any recent nightmares? You know, since we've seen each other and haven't even been asleep just yet?
I did, recently with you. You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Aora's end.
Her face alights with the
I've
fierceness.
seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra. And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness. Tell me what's on your mind?
That you crazy. What are your thoughts on
talking during the
Aethys?
Saints' War, or after he died?
What? What is the
before
difference?
he died, he was still Aethys as the majority of my brethren know him. Aethys embodied a human, and when that human got blown to bits, we all believed Aethys died. And I think a part of him did, the part he'd most closely woven into living flesh, the part that represented life, and rebirth after death. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian, rot, and falling away. That which is death.
So tell me about Aethys leading up to and during the Saints' War.
I really only know what my folks taught me.
She scratches the back of her head.
Aethys embodied Saint Widwin, but during the war, he got blown to bits. That's the thing about human bodies. Eventually, they all gotta die.
Oh, that's
As the god
cheerful.
of rebirth, of course, Aethys would be coming back. But where I differ from my family's view, and my High Priestess's view, is that I've studied the apotheosis of Gone, and I know all about the backside, the downward swoop, the death part of the cycle of life. Obsidian, rot, regrowth. What's gone can never be again. What comes back is changed. Always. Even if what comes back is a god.
I don't know if she's trying to make a pun there, because what's gone, the gone version of Aethys is gone. You could say that's a pun. So what's your take on Aethys following the Saints' War?
Then you mean gone. Sure, maybe my
Yeah.
god still answers to Aethys as well. Why not? But Aethys died.
Oh, wait.
And death
I had it
requires
backwards.
change. He ain't what he was. Not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now. No need to
Let's
fiddle-foot
speak of
around.
something else.
I'm listening.
Should you be swearing so much as a priestess?
Reckon not.
She grins
But
wide.
I can't
in
help but be a
confidence.
touch wayward. I don't take it too far. My mom caught me once necking in the merkberry stalks. And of course I fight. But I've not done much more than that. And I don't use the real ugly words.
She waggles her sickle around in a helpless sort
Sometimes
of
the
gesture.
feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me. Gods darn it.
Alright,
Yeah,
that's all for
it's
now.
best we gotta move on.
Alright, so let's go. Oh, I got a cape. Alright. I know I'm just kind of stealing all the good stuff. Oh, nope, nope. What did I do? Ah. There we go. Right stick in. That's what you do. Okay. Oh, I'm pretty. I thought I could turn this guy around. Oh well. Got a cape. What? Where's she at? Okay, gotta hold it. Is there anything back there that I would catch? We're in fast mode, so we're moving a little bit quicker. Okay, so let's go up here. Alright, so I could go to Sadahuzi. Leave that for next time. We're going to go back to Port Mage and go bust out our friend that is going to help us on the boat. Because eventually you start getting crew members and things like that, and as you're going through, occasionally there are events where, depending on the crew members you have, they might cause different stories to happen, essentially. So it's a pretty good little system. Oh! Wait, where am I? I'm in the... Why is everybody... What did I do? Okay, I apparently picked the bar and not just Port Mage by accident. Whoops. Don't know why I didn't notice that. Alright, let's see. So yeah, if your penetration, whenever you're attacking, is double the target's armor rating, you get a bonus to damage, because it just goes straight through and pokes them. Alright, let's speed things up. And go visit. Now, there is something else you could do. You can use this little clickety thing. You should just be able to hit that, and your guys will run there for you. And another loading screen. Still not the worst thing in the world I've seen, but it's not that great, honestly. I hear this game runs a lot better on a solid state drive, so maybe it'd be interesting to see this on the Series X. Alright, where's our friend?
Out of trouble? A little jest.
Ilari's dead. He won't give you any trouble.
Madiko, I hoped Ilari might be of use. The people knew him, respected him. He would have been trouble in the end, but no need to have hurried that along. Well, here you are, for your time. If I had 10 men like you, the whole of Port Mage would be set right within the week. Keeping out of trouble?
See,
A little jest. What is it?
Let's see if she'll lower it.
Don't tell me Ruggieri has earned your pity. That won't last.
She glances at the occupied sill,
I do
her nose
appreciate
wrinkling.
what you have done for me. So, if you will vouch for Ruggieri, I will lower the fine.
Yeah!
300 pieces will cover what he owes at the tavern. Something you wanted?
Alright. Saved $100.
Diverus? Well, good riddance to him. It's your coin to spend.
A valiant expression of questioning. Really? Okay. Savia pulls a ring of keys from her pocket and moves towards the cell door. Alright, Rum Dum Ruggieri is going to be joining us.
Your ship.
Hey, hey, hey. I want to talk to you.
Agrasima Casita for taking me on.
Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and hop out, and I am about to end the stream. Thank y'all for checking it out, for those that did show up. This will be on YouTube. We'll make sure that you can follow the adventures of Bad Idea Bartleby. Maybe that'll be his new name. But I'll be doing this every day or every other day just because I enjoy the game. Things will get more interesting, especially once we get boats and things like that. It does kind of start slow, and we are going to be missing some characters. But it's just, I enjoy this game way too much. And if you want to experience an adventure like it's the Choose Your Own Adventure book mixed with the Dungeons and Dragons match, that's kind of how this game plays. Alright guys, that is it for me. Y'all have a good one, and don't forget to check out the podcast. We have a new episode every Monday. And next Monday we are going to be talking about Fallout 76 Wastelanders. And let's just put it this way. I'm streaming this. I'm not streaming Wastelanders. So yeah. Alright guys.